now, we want to tell you about a local man here in Richmond, a former George Wythe High School student, now stepping from behind the desk to the front of the classroom. We first brought you Harold Aquino's inspiring story last April as he was preparing to graduate from George Wythe. He has a over 5.0 GPA. Now he's back at his alma mater after finishing up at VCU, teaching some of the students that were once his own classmates. Right now at 5:30, AJ Nwoko tells us about the next phase of his journey.
0 is equal to 2 to the 4th.
From behind a desk,
Write down number 1, then I'll just do it on the board.
to the front of the classroom. At George Wythe High School,
Work on question 2.
the student
So what's up here?
has become the teacher.
Yeah, there you go.
It's definitely an interesting experience, just switching from seeing these students as my peers while I was in high school to now them being my students.
Just last year, Harold, or Mr. Aquino as he's known as these days, was a high school senior with a record high 5.1329 GPA.
I think that's it. I don't remember perfectly.
But ever since,
Make sure to put the little equal sign.
Mr. Aquino has set his goals much higher. Thanks in part to dual enrollment courses, Mr. Aquino went from ending his senior year at Wythe to finishing his senior year at VCU
Harold Aquino Guzman.
just a few weeks ago. All while working as a long-term substitute calculus teacher at Wythe since January.
Oh, nice. 72x to the second.
He's only been at it for a few months now, but already it's obvious that Mr. Aquino has the heart of an educator.
There are multiple instances where I have seen students that ask, all right, so what exactly was happening there? And I explain it for a small or brief moment. They instantly get it and they just go straight to the work. It's a very exciting moment for me.
It's very awesome when he can connect to peers so well, simply because they have a very strong shared experience. After all, he's 18, they're 18.
But for someone who could have taught anywhere, Mr. Aquino's reasons for coming back to Wythe is much easier to solve than the math problems he teaches.
This one specific school is my home.
Being a teacher and an educator is an altruistic pursuit, and so it says something about his character to want to take all of his talents and then direct them back into his community.
And Mr. Aquino plans to continue doing just that when he begins teaching full-time this fall at Wythe.
I want students to see me as somewhat of a role model for them to realize even though I may be a high schooler, I can still achieve more than what other people are expecting from me.
And if you think that's impressive, get this. Mr. Aquino says he hopes to get his master's degree within 6 months in education curriculum and instruction. And remember, he's only 18 years old. For now, on your side at George Wythe High School in Richmond, AJ Nwoko, NBC 12.
That is amazing. Good.